What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the shooting that happened in Rhode Island. So there's some very interesting facts that have been dropped about the shooter, but we're first going to take a look at the clip of the ice rink. This happened in an ice rink during a hockey match. So here is the clip here's the clip of the shooting. You can see everybody starts to duck down. The ice starts to clear out. Pure chaos and panic. And then eventually they all start, the benches clear and go to the opposite side, which I'm not sure if that was the smartest thing to do. And then eventually you can see all these people clearing out. So that is the video. Now, again, we see the video right here. Now, the interesting part about this is the shooter. Right here is the shooter. He shot my family. He shot his son and wife in this rink. Again, Robert Dorgan decided to kill his wife, his child, himself, and attempted to kill his other child who is in the hospital. So again, this is a family member talking about him, this guy. Many pictures, and it was confirmed that he was trans. You guys can see these videos here, or these pictures here. Disgusting. More pictures here. And what are your thoughts on all of this?
I give up.
Yeah. What is this?
Okay, I'm done with the pictures.
Okay.
No more pictures. Leave the pictures.
There's a picture
out.
of him in a freaking gun store.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So, wow. Okay. So obviously this man is not okay. I don't care what anybody tries to tell you. I don't care how much they lie to you. Don't believe them. Okay, this person wears women's clothing, yet has a wife and child who seem to accept this. Clearly has a deep enough mental problem to then want to kill his wife and child.
And
now
attempted
his
to kill his other one.
daughter has to live with that, or daughter-in-law, or whatever that is. And clearly disturbed, you guys. This has been the first. It's sad that we have to argue that this isn't a level of mental illness or caused mental illness by. Again, I will go back to, and this might be a more extreme case than the other one, but go back to usually it's the looking for community, not finding community, kind of being the outcast. Then you have this opportunity to be part of a community. This doesn't seem like it follows quite that standard practice.
Mm-hmm.
The same way.
And
Now, obviously, if you have if it's a wife and kid, you should not be supporting that, and clearly also not fully living out that woman thing if he's got a kid. So
Right.
There's so many layered issues here that it's disgusting. It needs to be stopped. Doctors who are enforcing this honestly should be prosecuted. They should be punished to the fullest extent of the law for these mutilations. Now, this is not a case where I believe this person had any kind of surgery, but that we've seen that happen frequently in the younger generation. So this is nasty. So
To cut you off, Aiden, but I do want to bring this up as we're talking about transgenders for youth. Insane. The U.S. House passes a bill to ban transgender surgeries for children. So that was this morning. Again, clap it up. Very well done. Now, again, I think this probably has to go through a couple more things to be fully secured, if I had to guess. But it is very cool to see that. So please continue with what you're saying. I don't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to
all
bring
good.
that up.
I did not know that, actually. That's really encouraging to see. Regardless of that fact, just the mental disease that we've seen spread across the nation, the lie of fluidity, the lie of postmodern nominalism and a deconstructionism is and has destroyed our modern society to where people look at that and say, well, that's normal, or that's beautiful, or that's whatever.
Right.
No. Okay, here's what I'm trying to tell you. There's a set standard of things, and Benjamin Franklin proposed this idea, and the idea was proposed before him too, but the universe is set up, and God set it up, and I believe fulfilled in Jesus, and I think there's more nuance to this. But it's not just that the things that we call sins are harmful because God says they're bad. They're bad because they are actually inherently harmful to us as human beings. And that's a very interesting idea of sin, but one that when you reflect upon it as a Christian further, it does make sense, right? There's actual physical emotional, spiritual harms that come from committing a sin because of the way the universe works, the way your body works, the way your mind works, and how the way it was set up. So a sin is bad because God commands against it, but it's also bad because of the actual influence and destruction it has over your temporal state. So I think that that's something to think through and consider. Like, this man here is harming his own mental health to the point where he's willing to shoot his wife and child because of an underlying belief either about his self or the actions he's taken that has degraded his moral state to the point where he is willing to do that. And I think that that's something that needs to be more heavily emphasized. We've seen this trend. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen sometimes on the sides. We saw recently the finished result of a potential shooter that was a few years back that did kill his daughter because of a Trump dispute, which what I want to point out right away is that as a conservative, I'm not going to say that that was right at all. That's disgusting, and I want to disown that from the community in general. But more and more frequently, we've seen mass shooters killing people for this. It's not just the random psycho who developed the brain issues. It's this being shown outwardly, being complimented by society and given credit by society, and then they do these horrendous acts by their own fault, but also by the encouragement of others. And you wonder if this man had not been encouraged to continue with this process, whether things might have changed and this may never have taken place.
It's just insane that this kind of stuff happens. And I think it really comes down to how you're raised, right? If you're raised in a Christian household, you're going to church, you're gonna know that there's something bigger than yourself, something bigger than you feel sad that you don't fit in or whatever. That's how the outcast, that's who Jesus goes to save. And so it's a crazy thing to see. Prayers for all the people involved. Hopefully his other child makes it through and the family that was affected. Yeah. I think that this will be it for this one. Again, there is a pattern here, and until people start to see that pattern, this is going to continue.
It's only been, a week since the last trans shooting? Canada?
4 days,
like
I think.
That. 4 days, maybe?
4 or 5 days, which is just insane. But I mean, yeah, guys, prayers for all the family involved, and until they see what's really wrong, this isn't gonna stop. So just be prepared. Yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And prayers for the family. Peace out.